Right, Jensen, what about if we do the pivot? The other team also, it's also another former IG member that I have to always believe in early, whether they betray me or not. It's obviously top esports with Rookie, right? In theory, finally it should all come together now. It should actually, I don't want to say, like, there's no fucking guy from HOTS anymore that I have to pray makes it through the whole split. This time they can actually do something in the playoffs, right? This time they won't just get bounced out early. They might actually be good this time. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I have hopes up for TES. I think it was very unfortunate in Spring Split. They were going through some like changes for coaching staff. I'm not sure if Crescent, who was the guy who was always drafting for top esports. I heard this because he was having health issues and things like that, which is why he had to step down. So I'm not too sure what the new structure is going to look like. Their drafts so far have been okay. It's not the infamous, like, I have no idea what we're picking and I have no idea how we're dealing with these drafts anymore. And I think that Rookie is solid, JackeyLove is solid, and Wayward in the top lane. I think that he took over from Tian towards the end of the spring split, and this is someone who I think was very hyped going to Worlds when he had his debut split with TES before they got knocked up by Gam Esports, by the Vietnamese team, and he did choke really hard on the World stage, so a lot of people kind of undervalue him, but people forget how strong of a summer split that he had as well, although he was just spamming like Graves and Ornn at the point of time.
Oh, he had some big carry games, yeah.
Meta for Wayward as well, and I think that even if the meta shifts, he's shown a decent ability. I wouldn't say it's a very strong ability to play tanks, but he's serviceable as a top laner at the moment. And I think that just shoring that up between JackeyLove and Rookie, this is a team that definitely has the firepower to get across the finish line.
You believe, Dom?
It depends. It depends. The thing about Wayward is, the story is that he didn't get benched because he was bad. He got benched because he was playing too much CSGO, or maybe like it was the equivalent to CSGO. He was playing other games. Like, he was not dedicated to being a top tier pro player, and he was already really good. So he's one of those players where if he's really dedicated and he wants it, I think he has the talent to, be really strong. He just has that factor where he can just see how the fight's supposed to play out. He has that like innate ability to just see kills or play a team fight really well. He just understands League on that level. So I think that's one thing that needs to happen. JackeyLove, I think, is overhated at this point. Like, he obviously has some mega ints, and people always look to that and be like, look at how fucking bad he is. But most of the time, he's pretty good. Like, he's really good, and his lane phase, I think, especially is good. And this is just something that you have to accept. Maybe one in every, 4 big games, he's going to throw it. But those other 3 games, you're going to be in positions where you can win. So you just have to live with that, because he's that type of player, and he'll be able to squeeze more out of situations that other AD carries can. Like, he's much more explosive. He can take over a team fight at a degree that few other players can. Like, for example, another AD carry that I think is top tier right now that I think is pretty good is Light. I think Light is a really good AD carry, but I don't think Light, when he plays his best game, will be close to as good as JackeyLove when JackeyLove is playing his best game. So that's one thing.
Is Rookie still good enough?
I think he is. I think Rookie's insane. He's super good. Even if he has a bad game here or there, most of the time, he's so fucking consistent, and his lane phase is insane. As soon as he figures out the champions to play in a meta, if you get into a meta that's locked, that's almost the best thing for Rookie. If you get into a meta where it's we're just rotating Syndra, Orianna, and Azir over and over again, he's going to be the best fucking mid laner in the world. This guy's going to be completely cracked. So I still believe in Rookie. Tian, it's hard for me to believe in Tian. He's somebody that I always have spurts where I'm like, damn, he's one of the best in the world. He might be just the best jungler in the world. His pathing is so good. The way that he understands, he's the guy that just calculates everything about jungle. He knows how many camps he needs to do before he gets to dive timer, how to, really fuck an enemy jungle's path. If the enemy needs to path a certain way, he's the guy that will find the level 2 invade. I remember he was doing this cheese that was working really well when he was playing Poppy into Vi in summer, where Vi was really shit until you hit level 3. That was Vi's whole thing. You needed to get level 3 in the champion. Until you have Q, you're just nothing. And he would do Poppy Raptor, he would do his Raptors on Poppy, and then he would invade the enemy Grump and just beat the shit out of the enemy jungler, and he would snowball the whole game from that, because from there he would be contesting every single Raptor camp, and when he's playing his best, he's the jungler that will make it feel like you can't do anything against it. There's just no counterplay to his level of pathing. It's like, oh, I guess he outplayed me early and he'll just run the whole game. But I think he's very meta dependent on this point. If we end up in a carry meta, I don't really believe in him. I think he could play, Poppy well. I view him similarly to Peanut in that respect. I think he's like Poppy, Wukong, Maokai, Sejuani. These are the champions I want to see. If we actually end up in like a hard Kha'Zix Rengar meta, these types of champions, I don't think he'll be close to as good. He just has very specific champions that he's good on. Lee Sin is famous, Hecarim, these types of champions as well. So it's tough. Also, the thing about Tian is the last 2 world championships, he's just not been good. He's been pretty bad at the last 2 world championships. And that was coming off
Dade Award
really
contender. People
split.
don't know exactly. Dade Award, probably Dade Award, fucking 2-time champion at this point in time.
Yeah, no, it was actually Knight. Knight's the biggest choker. He just sucks.
Apparently, yeah.
That's he just doesn't have it in him. He's just not built like that.
That's what makes the LPL so sick for some of the players in the coin flippers. Like Tian won Worlds and got the MVP, then just inted fucking Doinby. Oh, Doinby was inted himself. And Knight, it's like that's so aggressive. That's like on the one hand, like you should get like a medal of freedom. On the other hand, you should be in prison. Like what the fuck's what's the equation there? Like how am I supposed to take the plus minus? And then also, I agree with you on the JackeyLove one. That's another player where people just think of key moments. His real problem is he inted some fucking like big LPL matches over the years in the playoffs. That's the problem. People remember that. But like, all you need to know is this. When I see on Reddit, and I've seen this a bunch of times, like it's just like a player like Tactical. It's like, first of all, how fucking dare you get that name out of your mouth when you? Because as Dom says, Tactical was just like an all right player, and then would int like a motherfucker. As Dom says, the games where JackeyLove doesn't int, it's like the Sang ones where like you either just are a genius or you int the whole thing. He has had some of the most insane team fight carries I've ever seen. Stuff where it's like you can't do that by accident. Like he just has a different philosophy on how you fight in the fucking game, and he is fucking cracked, like you say. And he's also cleaned it up a lot over the years. This isn't like the old IG one where he was doing that while the Shy was pushing top. Like now it actually makes sense. And then on the rookie angle, this is why. I'll have to do a video one day because the whole rookie versus faker thing, it only gets better for fucking rookie if you actually watch them play. Yeah, obviously faker's winning the championships and it sucks because rookie gets inted and never gets to go to worlds. Rookie now is still really good. Faker like 3 years ago accepted it's fucking time to be Zhao and just like play supportive shit and be on Galio every day and go to the side of the map.
No,
for real. Yeah, Zhao is actually a world-class player still. Like Faker sometimes he's just doing that. Like Faker knows he's not that good. Rookie still plays like the carry and just can be the carry. And right now, by the way, with any teammates apparently, just any teammates.
Yeah, so this is the thing I always say out in stream. This is the joke I always make. I say the top esports had brilliant roster creation because Tian's problem is that he ints in group stage of Worlds, but he always gets to Worlds. Okay. Whereas Rookie can never get to Worlds, but when he gets to Worlds, he's a fucking monster.
Okay.
So Tian will be able to get Rookie to Worlds, and then Rookie will be able to carry Tian once they get to Worlds, and that's going to be why this team succeeds.
Someone get the GM of that team. There we go. He's figured it out exactly. He's like put the fucking strengths of the weak. When I used to say, Dom, you need to cover the weaknesses of your teammates. I didn't know you meant like actual narrative career arcs as well. Like, that does work. That does work. See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, be a pleb and don't.